Slides right, able to escape Furl, and gets picked off. It's intercepted. That is Abram running it back.
Hands it off again to McCaffrey. Here he comes to the right side. Oh, my goodness.
Roberts, and he is upended at the 50. Marvelous defensive play by Johnathan Abram.
Eddie got some nice wheels out here today. What's up, Eddie?
Johnathan Abram.
Yeah, you got some
It's
nice
been
wheels
too long,
here.
man. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
You got some nice wheels here.
I appreciate you, brother. Ready to take a ride?
I am.
All right, so John, I'm going to talk about the climate control. So, do you like
That's my favorite part.
Exactly. I'm glad to hear it.
My favorite part. I was already telling them how hot Vegas is every day.
So,
If your car ain't got some good AC out here, you're in the bind.
and we do have some good AC in this one, which is nice. And
We
the
got
beauty
some
of-
great AC. I can start my car from the phone, and I keep the AC running already.
Look at you, smart man. So that's a veteran move out of John Abram. Now in what, year 3 already?
Year 3.
That's crazy. Speaking of John Abram now, in year 3, growing up, maturing, being a vet, all this stuff, asked to have a leadership role. We've heard so much from Coach over the past, I don't know, I think really since the offseason, about how your mindset seems different, how the way that you're carrying yourself in the building is different. Is that just a case of like, I'm growing up, I'm older, I kind of have a better sense of how to operate in the NFL, or is that something that you consciously change?
It's part of becoming a pro. Gus calls it the race to maturity. We got a really great staff up in here, so just being around those guys, just honing on, just doing the small things, the details, constantly, drilling that over and over again. I mean, it just kind of becomes a way of life.
You talked about that race to maturity that Gus calls it. Like, who are the guys that you can lean on now? Because like I say, you're in year 3 now, right? So some of the younger guys are still looking up to you and saying, how's John doing it? How's Johnathan Abram being the best version of himself? But who are the guys down in the locker room that you look to as that example of like, hey, I've come so far, but I still know I got a ways to go until I'm the best version of myself?
I mean, I just watch the guys like Darren Waller, Cole Miller, guys who come in and do things right day in and day out. Thankfully we got KJ Wright. He's been a tremendous help. But kind of one person that nobody never talks about. For me, it's always been Cory Littleton. Every day he attacks the day the same way. He comes out, he's ready to practice. When it comes time for game time, he's ready to play. He's giving relentless effort. He knows what to do. He's going to play at a high level, and he's going to do his job.
Hurdling, Claypool couldn't quite clear it.
I think Johnathan Abram wanted a little payback there. Heck of a play coming in underneath.
When you look at Gus Bradley, and Gus obviously still here in his first season, a guy that the fans have become so infatuated with, so appreciative of his work in the early goings, but like, how would you define a Gus Bradley defense, do you think?
Gus Bradley defense is going to be effort-based. He focuses on, the strong suits of what guys do and helping them excel at that. So for me, that's been a bonus because, he's been putting me in position to make plays as well as other guys. But at the same time, it's all about us doing the small things right every single day, over and over and over again. Just preaching the small details, the fundamentals.
Going into 2021, Johnathan, I mean, you looked at this team and you looked at this offense in particular. It was a top 10 offense a year ago, and you look at it on paper and you're like, I think this offense is going to be even better. How valuable is it for you guys to go against those dudes in practice 3-4 times a week?
We have a really great team. We have a really great offense. So it only motivates, the defense to play a little bit better. Because if we know we get those boys the ball back, they're going to go score. One thing I've learned, in the past couple weeks and since I've been back, we got a mean pass rush.
Dude, I mean, speaking of that pass rush too, I mean, it feels like Max is just in a zone that's really kind of hard to describe. Like, do you guys, like his teammates, can you sense that during a game where like, yo, Max is eating like right now, let's just let him, get away from him, let him do his thing?
Yeah, but I mean, more times than not, I think if people think it's just one guy, it's not. All 4 of those guys are getting home. 91, 92, 90, 96. Just watching those guys work, I mean, it gives us a little bit more of encouragement, but I mean, it makes us feel better in the back end. Like, we know we don't have to cover for long. That boy sweating boo-boo.
Defensively for you guys, I think that's what's been really cool, and granted, we still have a long way to go in this season, which is fantastic, but how much have you guys been able to feed off of having people in the seats at Allegiant?
Oh my, that's so amazing. I can't even begin to explain like what that atmosphere feels like. I played in some really insane stadiums in college. Death Valley, Bama, but Allegiant, something that you just have to live to see.
Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas is rocking and rolling.
This place is bananas, man.
All right, well, Johnathan Abram, man, first off, it was fantastic to see you again. It's been much too long since I saw that face in person.
Well, I watch you all the time.
I know,
Waiting to
you
see
see too
yours
much
all
of
the
me.
time.
You see too much of me.
I love the game day, the keys to victory.
All right, I'll have good ones for you this week. It was great to see you, brother. I appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.